Kevin Durant will be on a new team next season, and there's nothing he can do about it. When the Suns went all in to acquire KD last season, the only expectation was championship or bust. After 2 playoff stints, Durant's only won 1 playoff series and just got swept while losing by an average margin of 15 points. With the Suns strapped on draft picks and cap space, not to mention Beal's no-trade clause, the Suns don't have a lot of options to try and improve their roster. And we all know Devin Booker isn't going anywhere, which leaves them with one option. Even though he's in his late 30s, KD is still under contract for the next 2 years, and his latest averages are near identical to his MVP season 10 years ago. If the Suns want to recoup assets while staying competitive, there are 3 teams that would help them do just that. One of them is the New York Knicks. They have the draft picks, enough assets to form a playoff team around Booker and Beal, but most importantly, it gives both teams a little flexibility. We all know KD's wanted to play for the Knicks at one point, but since they weren't really winning, he decided to cross the border. Now that they have a winning culture and a budding superstar on their roster, it won't take a lot to convince him to bring a championship to the Mecca of basketball. But if he wants to stay out west, one of the best storylines he can do for his legacy is by finishing the job he once failed to do in OKC. It's clear that the Thunder's rebuild is already complete, but with a ton of first-round picks still at their disposal, they can get even scarier. A trio of Shea, Holmgren, and KD will not only be the favorites to win the West next year, but will still be the case 3 to 5 years from now. Another reunion that you can't count out to happen next season is KD going back to the Bay. He already knows the system, the stars on the team are on his same timeline, and the move wouldn't be criticized as much since they did miss the playoffs this season. But you still can't sleep on a team that has KD and Steph on its roster. The clock is ticking on KD to save his legacy. He's been on 2 separate super teams after he left the Warriors and never made it past the second round. While going to another super team will only hurt his legacy even more. The only way he can also save it is by winning another ring.